Welcome back. This is Sporty Monday, Citizen TV. And of course, today we'd asked you on which team has impressed you the most in the EPL and why. And of course, keep them coming. We'll be sampling some of them shortly. But still matters local. Of course, Gor Mahia showed Kenya Police who the real circle are in an entertaining match that went down last evening at the Nyayo National Stadium here in Nairobi, while ZTG Mois and Steve Chitera's Leopards found Mara Sugar too sweet. Take a look at the highlights.
Mini muti ya Homeboys.
Originally.
Mali ya Austin Odhiambo. Amesubiria Austin Odhiambo. Ebeneza Dukwa! Felix Oluochimboya! Anasema hii ni trailer tu. Nyota njema huonekana asubuhi. Kosa kuelewana, lugha gongana kati ya mlinda lango Jobu Cheng na walinzi wale wanne. Meipata mali uzuri Silvestre Wina Hono, Silisili, Sharif Musa Ramadhan! SM7! Sharif Musa Sirengo Ramadhan! Anasema hii ndio serikali. Serikali inatamba mbele ya serikali. Ni baba dance tu sasa. Baada na mwenzi aliyekuwa le patron wa Kogalo, Raila Amolo Odinga. Sharif Musa Sirengo Ramadhan yupo on form kweli kweli. Run nzuri yake Sharif Musa. Tachi moja tu baada ya kupokea pasi tamu kutoka kwa Silvestre Silisili Owino. Ameimaliza Sharif Musa Ramadhan Sirengo. SM7.
Can you do it?
Yeah.
Baba dance.
Baba dance.
The Sharif dance. Now it's Baba dance.
It's called Baba dance or Sharif dance?
No, it's not Sharif.
But Sharif was done it very well.
Baba dance.
You cannot. You cannot.
I'm saying during the celebration.
Probably it's in honor of Baba.
And I think since his demise, Gor Mahia have honored Baba.
Yeah, sure.
They have not lost a game. Probably they are heading to the last message they had with him, because on October 3rd, I think that was the last public meeting Baba had with his lovely team Gor Mahia. And I think the best gift they can give Baba will be winning the 22nd
league title.
Sure.
And that one you can clearly see through the coordination that the team is having, from the defense to the midfield through the finishing. The team is just it's flowing, and probably the Serikali beating the real Serikali, Wakili will really have to explain. And I really asked what they did with the money they got from Bajaber's sale, so that when even the late President Moi said, kata moja, panda mbili. Kenya Police waliuza moja, sidhani walinunua any replacement to fit into the Kenya Police squad. And probably, if they bought, we are not seeing the quality of the pitch
if you watch that
for
game,
a defending champion.
If you watch that game very well,
the result was 2-0.
The first minute,
the result.
that is, the first Stera, if you watch that game, the first 20 minutes, Police, I think, walikuwa wamechanganyikiwa or something when they started the game, because they were not into the game. And that is why Gor Mahia punished them in the first 20 minutes. But if you look at second half, Police played very well in the second half. So I think it's just the loss of concentration, the first minutes for Police, that is where they were punished. And then again, coming into the game, of course, Gor Mahia by that time walikuwa wamesha kill game already.
And of course, Kill, you'll have the final word on that. But before, Brian, I want to talk about Mara Sugar, and they choked Ingwe, Zita's Ingwe actually. She's a leopard, as much as she tries to play middle. But what do you make of that result?
I'll mainly talk of the lack of inconsistency in the defense lineup of AFC Leopards, because the game where AFC faced Mathare United, the pairing of I think is the wing back and the centre back of, you'll find that Kulbali is the one who started the other game. Then the match versus Mara Sugar, so there's this lack of consistency in the starting lineup of AFC Leopards, especially in the defense department. But albeit, I think you will talk about the state of where that match was played. I think really contributed a lot because all the teams could agree that in as much as it's a league match, but the conditions of that game. But against will allow me to go back to Gor Mahia in just a second.
Team.
Yeah. I think something we are not talking about is the final nail in the coffin for Kenya Police was when Ondimo was stretchered off with an injury. I think he's one of the creative players in that police team, and Gor Mahia were really intentful from the word go. From you could look how Sylvester Wino played, how Brighton Onyona played, Sharif Musa, who was and a caller back to the Harambee Stars team, played. It really shows that this team has got depth, and you also saw Ebenezer Dukwa, who returned after an injury in the ODM at 20 tournament, came back. So Gor Mahia is a team to watch, and I can call it early. We are going to win the league. FC
Leopards, Kolubali started against Mara Sugar, by the way, because Mahiga was not feeling well and Randy Bakari was not feeling well. So Kolubali started against FC Leopards, and I think the coach talked about it and saying that the absence of Randy Bakari and Mahiga, it's one thing that costed them, because when you look at the 2 goals came from the mistake of the defense line and the goalkeeping department.
Yes. Wakil, you can have the final word on this. You've been umepata mishale one after another.
No, we used to, amongst the series of the 18 clubs featuring in KPL, I'm the only one who coincidentally has a privilege to sometimes come and even apologize to our fans when the results are not so good, and therefore I should be opportunistic enough to say sorry to our fans and our sponsors. That is not the result we really wanted. Be that as it may, before I also speak again about our team, the state of their window is something which majority of the KPL stakeholders are bemoaning. They're not really happy. And the same is tied to Dandora Stadium. It is a health hazard, and I would like to take this opportunity to urge the Federation to look at other options. We've been having the discussion about the facilities or the government, county governments. We should start looking for alternatives.
But why did the teams honor the fixture? Why did they were supposed to play at Raila, the stadium in Homa Bay, and then the match was moved to Awendo. But why do you honor a fixture when you see that Gary Shapita hapo unaona mpaka? When we are off air, maybe I'll tell you why the fixture was honored there when we are off air. Now, back to our match yesterday against Gor Mahia. Gor Mahia exposed some of our weaknesses. Gor Mahia, again, in football, in a game of football, it is sometimes not how many chances you create. Sometimes how opportunistic you are, to the extent of punishing your opponent. Gor Mahia did that. We made 2 individual mistakes. Gor Mahia capitalized on them swiftly and punished us. By the time we were coming back and feeling ourselves, and also to what Brian said, the stretching of Omondi, we call him Ondimo, equally affected our. It killed off our attacking knacks. So it really affected us. But from that, it is a wake-up call. We are going to spruce up our skill and technical know-how. We are going to improve. And the next matches, we have got several matches in hand. You can only write off Kenya Police at your own peril. Absolutely. Because we are getting our lessons. And there's something which Shitera keeps on asking about Bajaba on replacement of Bajaba. We made recruitments. We have deployed them for the technical bench to use them. If perhaps at any point they will not match up Bajaba, then we will still beef up our squad. But we cannot forget talking about Nairobi United. The new baby
Yes.
in the Premier League, who
Yes.
is
They
now
won,
top
actually.
three,
Yeah.
who is now in the top three,
Yes.
and still playing the CAF Confederation matches. And I told people last weekend that you don't have to write off Nairobi United that because they traveled and then played
And
the
they
game after
lost
2 days, they
3-0,
lost
yeah.
it. But you saw what they did to Kariobangi Sharks.
Let's give them time. Let's
Winning
give them time.
4-2.
Yeah.
But
I
they
think
have
it's
a
too
very...
early
Because
to-
you're speaking about
They-
Nairobi United, I think
They
it's
have,
something
but
important.
there's something in
Yes.
Nairobi United that is happening.
Yes, you know Nairobi United, ironically, they are behaving, the way they handled Sharks and their previous game, it is now a testament that indeed they are from a at a continental
level.
Yes, the experience is showing up.
In how they
And
play.
I expected that from my boys yesterday. It did not come out. Lastly, we were beaten by Gor Mahia. We agree. We will not demonstrate.
Even
But
in
it's important also
CAF
to speak about our ladies' side, which beat Gor Mahia's cousins 9-1 in Kisumu. We beat Kisumu Starlet. Please, 9-1.
We give them their flowers.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah. And of course, when it comes to Police Gor Mahia, the story can get heated. But now, let's shift gears and go to the English Premier League, because Steve Shitera has experienced technical hitch on the other side of the studio. But let's go to the UK, where